What's up? Welcome to week 12 of the cut. Yeah, that's right. We did it. We are done with the cut now. I'm done with the cut now. I don't want to do this anymore. This is actually the middle of the week. I didn't actually finish week 12. That's how much of a bum I am. I'm such a chud I can't even finish my cut properly. I was supposed to end this Sunday of this week. It's April 22nd, and I'm starting the lean bulk today. I went to Arby's with my friend this weekend. I tried their roast beef sandwich. It was garbage. It sucked. It was one of the worst fast food experiences I've ever had. But that's not what this video is about. Oh yeah, I also ate like 8 brownies and a cookie, but I keep cheating on my diet. I mean, there was the vacation, there was the weekend of binging, then there was a carb refeed, and now there was this another carb refeed of 8 brownies, a cookie, and Arby's, which the Arby's was definitely the worst part by far. Even worse than the last brownie that I ate because I barely could stomach it, but it was still better than the Arby's. It's been quite a few cheats throughout this last 12 weeks, and that is something I am not going to be repeating. I mean, let's just see the weigh-in. Welcome to the final weigh-in of the cut, which is also the first weigh-in of the lean bulk. Let's see where I'm at. 142.7. That means I lost 11.2 pounds throughout the course of 11 and a half weeks. Now, that doesn't sound great, and it really isn't either, because throughout those 11 and a half weeks, I cheated a few times, and that really messed up my progress, because I would gain weight, gain more fat back, have to lose it again, and then I would do that a few times. Basically, after like week 4, I kind of locked out a little bit, which is not great. In the future, when I cut, I'm not going to do stuff like that again. I'm just going to lock in the entire time. Maybe there'll be like a cheat meal or two if I'm doing like a family event, but I'm not going to just do that for fun, you know? Because I want to actually make that type of progress that I wish I made during this cut. Yeah, I couldn't even get to 140 pounds. That's how much of a chud I am. I'm just still fat, you know? I mean, I lost 11.2 pounds throughout the course of 11 and a half weeks because I'm ending this in the middle of week 12. Can't even finish the cut properly. How does this show for my discipline? Well, not great, obviously. Clearly, it looks like I'm very undisciplined. And recently, I feel that way too. I've also started doing 10,000 steps a day. I've been committed to doing my 20 minutes of cardio. I'm in this lean bulk, I'm only going to be doing 100 to 300 calorie surplus a day. I'm not going to do anything more than that. I'm also not going to do anything less than that because at that point, I'm just clearly in my maintenance. 50 calories, give or take, from your maintenance is just your maintenance. And I feel like 100 calories, you can start saying it's a surplus, but it barely really is. And some days I'm going to probably end up doing that because I just don't know what else to eat. And other days, there'll be ones where I push a little too high to like 300, where I'm very much in a surplus. And today was one of those 300 days, I think. I mean, I'm not sure. I believe my maintenance is around 2650, and I ate like 2880, so it was 230 calorie surplus, which is right in that range. But yeah, it's the lean bulk today, which is cool. That means my next video will likely be on the first week update, like where my weight is at, how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. The gym felt so nice knowing that I'm going full of carbs. I got to eat like Cinnamon Toast Crunch with milk. It was like just a bunch of carbs and a banana for breakfast. I have not been able to do anything like this on the cut. I've been eating like 300 calories max for breakfast every day. So all my gym sessions are just trash unless I ate way too much the night before. For like my carb refeeds, those gym sessions were better because I was full of carbs. I had so much energy going into the gym, and now that's going to be every day. I'm so excited for that. Overall, this whole like 11 and a half weeks have been all right. You know, next time I do a deficit, I'm going to stay committed. And if I start slacking off on my cardio, my steps, or anything, I'm going to throw myself back into a cut phase because this is something that I need to commit to properly. I do not want to do a dreamer's bulk. I'm not trying to get fat. I already am fat. But speaking of my physique, let's check out the physique check-in, the finale, which also is the same physique check-in I'll be using for the beginning of my bulk. So let's see that. All right, yeah, this is the final physique check-in of the cut. This is week 1 compared to week 12. Yeah, we're here, we did it. And I do look leaner, I have to say. The thing that I noticed the most is definitely my midsection got a lot tighter. And it's easy to tell too that my face got leaner. It looks a lot less puffy than week 1. In general, I am happy with the progress I did make during this cut. I will say that. But I do not have abs the way that I said that I would stop the cut when I do. And that's okay, because likely when I do this surplus, I will have some mini cuts along the way, which I will record the process of doing. But right now, I just want to do a lean bulk and put some size on. With all my lifts in the gym pretty much stalling for the last 12 weeks, it's a little annoying that I haven't been able to make any real progress. I've only been able to get leaner, and I keep cheating on my diet, as I've been talking about. So my progress is quite a bit slower than it would have been if I had just locked in for the 8 weeks even. I probably would have made just as much progress, if not more, in that time than with all 12 weeks that I have done. One thing these last 12 weeks have taught me, though, is to not set my goal on just getting abs, but a certain body fat percentage. Because I do believe I'm around 17 to 19% at the end of these 12 weeks, and I started out around 22 to 24% body fat. But if I actually set my goal to strive more to actually hitting 15% body fat, I probably would have locked in harder throughout these weeks rather than just saying, well, I'm going to end it at week 8 or I'm going to end it at week 12. The likelihood is if I would keep going, it would take about 5 to 8 more pounds of fat loss to really see my abs, and that's just something I don't really care to do at this point. I care much more about putting more size on and getting stronger in the gym than I do about, well, getting a bit leaner. I am not going to be cool for the summer. I am fat for the summer. That is confirmed at this point. I just gotta hope that in any situation where I have to take my shirt off, people aren't analyzing my physique. Otherwise, I will not hear the end of it of how much of a chud I am. That wraps up the upper body comparison, but we still got the legs, and as you can see, this is week 1 compared to week 12. I don't know if I'm just angle maxing, but I feel like my quads do look bigger. I might just be imagining it, but from week 1 to week 12, I feel like my calves got bigger too. Let me know in the comments what you think the biggest differences are from week 1 to week 12, or if there's no differences at all. I don't know if you noticed in my physique check-in, but I'm actually wearing the same underwear. I did wash them, by the way, in between week 1 and week 12, and the same sweatpants between the 2 takes. They're not the same. I have not been wearing the same underwear every day since week 1, but I am actually wearing the same underwear and sweatpants for both takes. That's kind of funny in my opinion. I did not do that on purpose, but because I did that, I recorded that before I recorded this, so I decided to wear the same shirt too, because, why not? It's kind of funny. I'm just wearing all the same things. I do own more than 3 articles of clothing, but I do decide to rewear a lot of the same stuff because, once you find that shirt, you just want to keep wearing it all the time. And that's the same case for me. I love this shirt, and I do like those underwear and those sweatpants especially. But yeah, I really need to lock in for this bulk, because if I don't, I'm just gonna end up getting fat, and then I'm gonna have to end it way earlier. I want to put on size, but I also don't want to be such a fat chud anymore. So I have to find my in between, and that means lean bulking for a year and accepting the fact that I'm going to be a bit chunkier than the average person, even though the average person in America is obese. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed tagging along on this kind of anticlimactic journey. I did not get lean. I did not get cool for the summer. Instead, I got fatter. No, I'm kidding. I did lose some weight, so that is good. 11.2 pounds is not nothing, and I definitely lost a decent chunk of fat. I feel like I'm ready to put some size on, but not as much as I thought I would be, because now that I did not lose that extra 7 pounds, which would have made me feel a bit better about myself, maybe look a little bit more lean, I am not going to be able to bulk as long as I otherwise could have. But if I do this surplus right, I should be in a surplus for, a full year, and that would be pretty sweet, because I much prefer eating over not eating. And anybody who says a lean bulk is harder than cutting is dumb, because all you have to do is eat 200 to 300 calories over your maintenance, and that's it. It's not that hard. Just track your calories, be consistent, which currently I've been consistent about tracking my calories, but not consistent about my eating habits, and that's something I need to lock in on. Thanks for watching to the end of the video if you did, and if you did, I'd really appreciate if you liked and subscribed. Hopefully I'll see you in my next upload. Goodbye.